welcome back to my YouTube channel. I haven't posted in so long and a lot of people have been asking me, hey, when are you gonna post again? When are you gonna post again? I'm here. Down here. Oh my god. Ugh. I'm joking, I love you. Keep doing that. Like, keep doing that. I feel extra important when I use it. So today we're gonna talk about books. It's not gonna be too long a video, obviously. But we're gonna talk about books. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 books in front of me that I'm gonna talk about. Actually, there's 5 books. I just don't have the other one. My friend took it out, so I don't have it with me, but we're gonna talk about that a little bit later. Anyways, so just to show you the books, we have, I don't know if you can see it, and if I take the camera down, I'll have to pause the video, and I'm not gonna do that. We have The Shining by Stephen King. I'm finally reading it. We have Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. I don't know. We have Twelfth Night by Shakespeare. My man. And then we have Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi. Tahira, that's how I'm gonna say it. Tahira Mafi. And read it. And then the other book is The Killing Hour by Andrew Gross, and I don't have that book. I would just show you the book, but I have the book. If I knew in my head that I was gonna make this video, I didn't know that I was gonna make this video, but there's no one home, so I was like, let me make a YouTube video since I haven't done one in so long. Hello. But yeah, let's get into it. Do you know how much this cost? Guess. 1, 2, 3. 50 cents. I got this book for 50 cents. Obviously, if you see it, you'll probably be like, yeah, bitch. Yeah, it looks like it costs 50 cents. But hear me out. They had racks of books. They had one there, and then this place, and then there. 50 cents. All of those books were 50 cents. And then you could get cooking books for like 5 rand to 10 rand. And then there were other books. There were so many books, guys. They do a sale on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Every Tuesday and Saturdays they're selling books. And even tomorrow, actually. This is tomorrow. But I'm not gonna post this today, so that means nothing to you guys. I just started it. Like 2 minutes ago. Well, not 2 minutes ago, but you know. I just started it. I don't have any other opinions. But because it's Shakespeare and I love Shakespeare, I love it. And I bought it because I have Macbeth and I have Hamlet. So I was like, let me grow the collection. And I have a lot of, they're at the back. A lot of the books, they're at the back. Actually, all of those books, they're at the back that you see, except the last one are classics. You know, there's Emily Bronte, Jane Austen, what's his name? Gaston Leroux. Which is The Phantom of the Opera. Like, those are all classic books, so I love classic books. And I have over there, I have Oscar Wilde and some other author. I still haven't read that book, Kasan. The other book there, that's staring at me. I haven't read it, but you know what? I'll read it and then it will be in the next video. Yeah, I'll read it and then I'll read the next video. Cause girl, I haven't read the book. But anyways. Yeah, that's why I bought this, you know, to grow the collection of, you know, classics. Moving on swiftly. The next book is Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck, whatever. So this book, I actually didn't choose this book in any way. This book is for the book club, or the reading club. So at my school, at my university, my politics class, we started a book club for people who struggle with English, for people who want to, you know, better their understanding of the English language, for people who want to get better at writing, get better at reading to understand, like I didn't do when I was reading this, it's just to grow people and, grow your confidence, when reading English and having to speak English, things like that. So we started it for that reason, and it's really exciting. Hey, things are slowly but surely coming together, and it is really, really exciting. We have a debate coming up with the second years, which is kind of cool. And so this is our first book. It's pretty small, as you can see. It's pretty small. This is our first book that we're reading together. We actually wanted to read a romance, but at the library they didn't have any romance books that had like online versions, you know what I mean? So because we needed a book that has online versions so that people in the book club can read the book. Also, if you have recommendations, if you have an online book that you think is nice, whatever genre it is, if you find an online book, let me know, send it to me. Do the things that need to be done in life, you know. But anyways, because we didn't have another book, that had an online version, we had to take this. And this, I'm gonna be honest, I haven't read it. Listen, in my defense, I'm going to read it. It's a very small book. How many pages does this have? It has 106 pages, guys, and it's a classic book. It's from old times. It was first published in 1937, so like early 1900s, and so it's old. And when you read it, you can tell, and there's a movie of it. And I was thinking of watching the movie, but I hate old movies that are actually old. And I'm gonna read it, and when I do read it, I'll let you guys know how I find it. I will let you guys know if I think it's pretty good. There's a lot of that. Moving on, I'm gonna talk here about the Killing Hour. It's also for school, for uni. We have to form a little book club of 3 people, and that's how many people are in my group. There's 3 of us, and so we have to do a book review on the book. We have to read the book and talk about the characters, the theme, how we feel about the book, etc. Like a book review. You have to give a book review that we're gonna do and present to the class tomorrow. And I haven't quite finished the book. I haven't. In my defense, number 1, I forgot. Number 2, I have 2 presentations, a test, and a a 2,000 to 3,000 word essay assignment thing for Afrikaans. And then the other day I handed in my other assignment that I had. So I'm pretty busy, girl. I completely forgot about that book, but it is a nice book. It's a thriller book, and it gives thriller. It's thriller, you can feel the suspense where it needs to be. Yeah. There's no doubt about that. But the characters. Listen, there are just too many people in that book that I don't like. Every time these specific people show up in the book, I'm like, ugh. And I said, too many times. Oh my God, the wife, the wife, the detective, the doctor, even the other doctor, the even Jay. I'm like, Sarah. Even him, And I feel like, right, a lot of parts in the book are just like, it's a book. It's a book. Although I think that there are definitely parts of the book that are, I suppose, like real life events, like things that would most definitely happen in real life. But there are also other parts where I'm like, what? This is a little bit, just a little bit much. But because I haven't finished the book, I can't give you a full, proper review of the book, which I hate. I hate it. I hate that, dude. But when I finish the book, because this is for tomorrow, and after tomorrow, sometime I'm gonna get that book again, and I'm gonna read that book again, and I'm gonna read it for me this time, because I hate reading for school. I hate reading. It's why I haven't started this, because it's not for me. It's for school, and I hate reading for school. It just kind of, my brain just kind of like blocks it out and makes me not want to read it. Because why did I read this entire book in 2 days? But the other one I still haven't finished, and I had how many weeks? It's because it was for school, bruh. Like I shouldn't admit that. I shouldn't admit that in public, but it's how I feel. It is. Moving on to the next book. Since we're talking about the library, I got a book from the library. Not central, what's the place? Not the central library in D6, the actual library, the CPUT library at D6. I got this beautiful baby, The Shining. I'm so excited. I am so excited. I've never read the book, but I've watched the movie more times than I care to admit. I've watched that movie. Oh, guys. And if you don't know, I'll let you know today. Thriller, horror, classics. Those are my genres of books. Those are my genres of books, guys. Like, I'm so excited to read this book. I haven't started it. Obviously, I have a lot of things to do. I haven't started it. I want to start it. I shouldn't start it, because once I start it, I'm pretty excited for it. So I might not focus on school stuff. But you know, I'm so excited, guys. Like, I'm actually so excited to finish this book and talk to you guys about this book. Obviously, I can't say a lot about it now because I got it today. I haven't read it. I started reading this instead. But I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. Yeah. And then we're gonna get to the final book. Yes. We're obviously saving the best for last. We're obviously gonna save the best for last. Let me tell something about this book. Guys, when I initially bought the book, a lot of people were like, oh god, this has been off the entire video, hasn't it? Whatever. When I first got this book, I heard a lot of mixed reviews from people. People were like, oh my god, this is such a bad book. It's boring. It's boring. No, I don't recommend it. And you know who you are. You know who you are. And I don't judge you for thinking that. I can understand why you would think that, because this book is part of a series. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 books that my girl, what's her name? Tahira Mafi. There are 7 books that eight books. Because I know that this is a trilogy, it makes sense. This book is mainly, how can I say, introductory. It is an introduction to the government they live under. It is an introduction to the characters, to our main characters. It is an introduction and to the revolution. You know, nothing crazy has happened, right? So in this book, right, the main character, we start with her, you know, captured, right? She's been captured, and she's because of her powers, and there's this war, there's this government, the reestablishment. And when you think of the reestablishment, I want you to think Divergent. Do you remember? I want you to think Divergent. Like, that's what I want you to think. Divergent, but like with like powers. Divergent with like powers. Like, think, oh my god, think, what's that movie? The Darkest Minds. Think The Darkest Minds. If you know the book, if you know the movie, think Divergent mixed with Darkest Minds. Like, that is what they are. But like, yeah. And the powers that they have are like Marvel, you know, X-Men. The X-Men powers, you know, one person can go invisible, they can, you know, those kind of powers. Yeah, they have those kind of powers. But even that, we get introduced to that at the end of the book, because the book is not about that. The book is not about the powers that they have. Like, it's not about all the different powers, because for the majority of the book, we believe that she's the only one, you know what I mean? We only get introduced to the rest of them, the resistance called the Omega, at the end of the book. And oh girl, if you were planning on reading the book, sorry, this is like spoilers. This is like spoilers, girl. But like, yeah, so guys, my camera died. Like, it literally died, and I didn't know. I sat there and I filmed and I spoke, and then I take my camera and I'm like, wait a minute, this is off. It's literally off, and it wasn't filming like a big chunk of what I was saying at the end. But anyways, I'm just gonna wrap up because it's much later. Because I also actually forgot that I filmed the video today. So I'm gonna wrap up. What was I talking about? I was talking about the book. I really like that book. Honestly, I love the characters, and I appreciated the storyline. I appreciated the introduction to the world, the government, the reestablishment, you know, and I appreciated that at the end of the book we were introduced to the, you know, the revolution, the resistance. Yeah, we were introduced to the resistance. So like, I know that in the second book things are gonna get, you know, and I'm really excited about that. But yeah, I love the book. I recommend it, honestly. And I understand, you know, there's a lot of people who don't like the book, and I can understand that. Because I can see where people were like, okay, so it's a little bit. There were some parts that were like, okay, girl, let's move. But for the majority of the book, I personally loved it. Because I appreciated it, you know what I mean? Like, I appreciated the pace of the book. Like, I appreciated the pace of the book, even though some parts were like, okay, girl, we get it. We do get it. But yeah, I love the book. I recommend it. Mwah. I'll rate. Ooh, I didn't rate the other books. Well, I didn't read the other books, girl. I didn't read the other books. This is just an introduction. This is the first one, and I'm gonna rate it. I'm gonna rate it a 5 out of 10. I'm gonna rate it a 5 out of 5. I'm gonna rate it a 5 out of 5. I'm gonna rate it no, not spectacular. That's a lot. Like, I'm not gonna say it's spectacular, but it's like, it's, you know, yeah, it's yeah, you know, like, and this is not like a bad way, like, not like in a bad way, just, yeah, I'd read it again. Like, I would read it again. So yeah, I read it again. And then the other ones, I started reading The Shining, actually, and it's obviously giving, and it's obviously going to give, because I've watched the movie and the movie was but it's obviously gonna give. I'll just see at the end when I read it. And then also for the next video, I found my book, like literally this book. I thought I lost it, and I was like, where is my book, right? And then the other day, yesterday, I was walking around and I walked past the bookshelf, and I'm like, wait a minute, is that you, girl? Is that you? And it was her. It was her. And I loved her. I loved her, and I'm gonna reread her, and I'm gonna give you guys a review on her because I loved her. The storyline, I loved her. I loved her, and I know some people who I'm friends with who aren't gonna like her, who are gonna be like, what? But I like her. Me, Owen Danozant, I like her, and that's all that matters. So that's what I'm going to talk about in the next book, in the next video. But yeah, honestly, that's where I'm going to end this video. Sorry again about the whole change of scenery. The sound is probably a lot worse because it's nighttime and I can't really shout and speak out like I did earlier, so I apologize about that. It's my mistake. What am I talking about? Yeah, so I was like, if I don't film this today, I'm never gonna do it. So I did it. I'm here. Mwah. Yeah, like, subscribe, follow me on all of my other socials, and yeah, man, do the things that you need to do. All right, don't